Hey, it's Braydon, and today we will be making a Beef Wellington. So we have our beef tenderloin, which is a very tender part of the beef, and hence the name. 1.5 pounds, and yeah, we're gonna turn this into a Beef Wellington. So to start with that, we are gonna take salt, pepper, and use what one could almost call an excessive amount, but it'll just be really good. So, and then pat the seasoning in. And get the tops and bottoms as well. And then we are pretty much ready to put it on the stove. So next up, we're going to be putting it in the pan on the stove, and a good way to check if your pan is hot enough is to get just a little bit of water on your fingers, maybe shake a little bit, and come over to the pan and flick, and if you hear a sizzle, that probably means it's good. So we are now going to put our beef up. We're now going to put our beef into the pan, and you always want to, whenever you're putting any meat into a very, very hot pan, you want to lay it away from you so that it's not spitting at you as much.
Good point.
So we're just searing it right now. We're not actually cooking it. So immediately after you take it off the stove, you want to brush it in spicy mustard, and the reason you want to do it immediately after is that locks the heat in. So here we have some mushrooms that have been blended, but we need to chop them a little bit finer to make them a duxelle, which will be the basic paste for our Beef Wellington. So, let's get to chopping. So, what we're doing now is we've chopped up all our mushrooms and we're putting them in an empty pan with no oil or anything. And what we're doing, the purpose of this is to dry out the mushrooms, and then it'll basically be pastified, and pretty soon we should be able to see the water evaporating out of them. So that'll be satisfying to watch. Yeah. So what we're looking at right now is the water evaporating from the mushrooms, and you can kind of see it in there. Yeah, it's really satisfying to look at, and it's gonna be good. So now we're layering Parmesan or prosciutto, and we will be putting our duxelle or mushrooms on it in just a little bit. So now we are taking our mushrooms and going to be spreading them on our Parmesan or prosciutto. So yeah. So now we will be wrapping our beef. So we've spread out our mushrooms. Lay that down right there, all nice. Just gotta wipe off my hands real quick. And now, what you want to do is you want to fold the end of the plastic wrap, bring it up, roll, kind of squeeze it down a bit, pick it up a bit, pick it up, roll, push it in, happens. And then we now that this is all tightened up, we are going to put it in the fridge for 15 to 20 minutes just to let it firm up. So now we have our puff pastry. We've put it on some tin foil sprayed with non-stick cooking spray because puff pastry is a very sticky thing. And since I don't have a rolling pin, I'm going to use this Queen's water bottle. So yeah, let's just spread it out. Oh my. So since Canada's food guide recommends that you have half your plate be vegetables, we're making some carrots, sweet potatoes, and white potatoes, and we're gonna cook it at 425 in the oven. So yeah. So we're making an egg wash for our Beef Wellington to make the puff pastry and the exterior look a little bit more brown and, you know, nice. So we've already done 2 full eggs, and now we're just going to do 1 egg yolk. So to do that, we are going to separate our egg. And we're just going to do a little bit of the back and forth game to get rid of as much of the egg white as we can. And sometimes some will go away as you're dropping it. And I'd say that's probably good. And then we will add a little bit of extra water to the eggs. Ooh, I almost dropped it there. And then we will mix it up good. So what we're doing right now is we're brushing it in with egg yolk, and just brushing it with eggs overall. And what this will do is give it a nice golden brown, vibrant color when it comes out of the oven. So, you know. So you don't have to do this, but this is a bit of a chefy thing. Back of the knife. Down, and then just in and twist, in and twist, in and twist, in, twist, 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 and the other way as well. It'll just look super nice when it comes out. Yeah. So it's all done cooking, and you know, let's hope it's medium rare. That is a very crisp pastry.
Nice.
Sweet. So we have the Beef Wellington, which turned out to be like a perfect medium rare. We have some Yorkshire puddings with gravy. We have some roast potatoes, really, really great. And we also have some roast carrots. I did really good on this. I think to Alexis, since you challenged me to a cooking competition, let's see how well you did.